Hello everyone. So I was trying to do a Facebook Live, but apparently our Wi-Fi isn't good enough. Keep on bad connection issues, so I'm going to go ahead and record a video, post that, and we'll go from there. So I thought I'd give you guys a tour of the makerspace here, since it's been a while since we've done one of those, and so new people are interested. We'll get to see some of the new equipment we have, and those that have been up here in the past, we'll see how things have changed. So we're going to first start by our bread and butter, which is our work tables. So we've got some 4x4 tables that are on wheels, so we can move them around, reconfigure them for classes or whatever it is that we're working on. We've got a nice cutting table with cutting mats, so we can do cut paper, fabric, whatever it is that we're working on without damaging the blades or tables. This is our vinyl cutter that we have. This is just a nice, simple 24-inch wide machine, so nothing too terribly fancy there. Laptop to run that equipment, and then this machine right here looks pretty unassuming, but this is a dye sublimation printer, so it allows us to print full color and then sublimate onto properly prepared surfaces and substrates. Got some vinyl stuff like that up there. Coming over into this side is where we have some of our metals equipment. We've got a small kiln primarily for enameling, precious metal clay, that kind of thing. We've got a little hobby melter that we can melt aluminum and some other metals with inside, as long as it's not too dirty. Nice hot table for soldering. This side is in the process of getting outfitted with some nice workbench tables. That corner we've got our heat presses, our convection toaster oven for dye sublimation. We have a hat and mug press as well over there in the corner. So then coming this direction, I guess I can show you the bookcase. We have a bookcase with some nice general project books for people that want to peruse and get some ideas for some quick projects. We have a basic sewing setup here with just a little light duty sewing machine, some crafting supplies, conductive thread, those kinds of cool things. This is a new piece of equipment that we're not actually using yet, but this is going to be, we're getting this as part of our partnership with Manufacturing Works. So this is going to be available for that. This is a Glowforge Plus. So it's a CO2 laser cutter, but it's got some nice, easy to use software. Had a lot of people ask about Glowforge specifically in the past, so through that partnership we're able to get one of these, and we'll hopefully have this up and running here pretty soon. We're just waiting on some paperwork with the agreement to make it official. So we come in here to equipment we can use. So these are our two CO2 laser cutters that we currently have. This blue guy right here is our 80 watt CO2. With the lenses that we have, we can cut wood up to about 1/4 of an inch in thickness. We can engrave just about any thickness. If it'll fit under the laser head, we can make it work. Here's some kind of samples of things that we've cut. We can mark stone, like this little plaque up there. Then moving this way, past this room, we've got our examples in this case and on the wall. So a bunch of different things there, and I'll give you guys a little bit of that in a little bit. This is the office. So there's Lori. She helps us find the money, and I get to spend the money. And my desk right there with the empty chair. And moving down this way, we get into our next room. So this is our 3D printer room. So we've got a bunch of different types of machines here. We've got filament based FDM machines. We've got a few resin printers. Here's another machine that is going to be available through that partnership with Manufacturing Works. Prusa i3 Mark III Plus, Mark III S Plus. There we go, got it. Coming down in here, we get into some more equipment. So this guy right here is our floor loom. So that's available if anybody wants to come warp it up and make rugs or textiles or whatever. We also have an Apple IIe that I brought in for anybody that wants to play around with it. Don't mind our high-tech cord situation there. So then we come into this room right here. So this table configuration in the U, this is actually our classroom. So anytime we do classes where we're using computers, we actually put them out in this configuration, and it allows us to work on projects. I guess I'll start over here, show you the equipment we have over here. So this is one of our newest ones, and this is once again, it's made available as part of a partnership. This particular one is part of our involvement in the Bootstrap Center for Collaborative Innovation, which is a grant-funded project that is run by CWC. So this is a eco-solvent printer, so it can print up to 54 inches wide. So with being eco-solvent, we can print indoor, outdoor, highly durable things. So primarily people have been printing banners, stickers, decals, that kind of thing, but you can also print full color vinyl for t-shirts and that kind of stuff. And then what connects to this machine is actually over here, which is our second vinyl cutter. So this one is slightly larger than the last one. So the other one that we have will do up to 24 inches wide. This guy right here does 60 inches wide. So anything that we can print on the printer, we can cut out on here. And this is a newer machine as well. So this is a cold laminator. So this is almost exclusively going to be used for laminating, putting over laminate on any decals or any substrates that you're printing on. So it only does the one side. The over laminate's a little bit expensive, so you're primarily just going to be using it when you really need that physical protection or you need extended outdoor use. So heading down this hallway, we come into our first separated dedicated room. So this is our wood shop. So in this we have a nice panel saw, so we can take big pieces of wood and make them smaller. So this is what we use a lot when we're working with the laser cutter. Our laser cutter will do 2 foot by 3 foot, so we can throw a 4x8 sheet up on there and chop it down. So we've got a nice little general work table, bunch of hand tools in that cabinet. Behind the table there, we've got some power tools, general stuff, you know, kind of things you'd have in a normal garage. A little basic, and now we've got a little basic bandsaw right there, a little drill press. We have a router table. We don't use it very often. That's why it's currently holding birdhouse parts. And then we have a miter saw stand, so we can cut long pieces of wood. Now that brings us to our last room, which is just down the corner from our wood shop. And this is our CNC router room. So this is a 4x8 CNC router. So we've got a 2 1/4 horsepower router in it. So we have an 1/8, quarter, and 1/2 inch collet. So we can cut pretty much any material that you can find a bit for that will fit in there. So as long as it's, you know, rated for router speeds. We are actually just doing some engraving on this yesterday. So hopefully that gives everybody kind of a rough idea of what equipment we have available in the space, you know, a little bit that we have here. So today is WyoGives. So we are going to be doing a couple of live events. 10 o'clock we're going to be talking a little bit about some of the new programming that we're coming out with later this year. So hopefully that'll be a Facebook Live event. This was supposed to be, but technology doesn't always cooperate. So we'll see how that goes. And then at noon, from noon to 1, we're going to be having an open house. So anybody that wants to come check out our space, we'd love to show you in person, give you a little better idea of the equipment that we have and some of the capabilities that we can that you can take advantage of here. We also are going to be doing another live event at 2, where we talk a little bit more in depth about some of the partnerships and programs that we have that are available primarily for entrepreneurship and those types of things. Then from 4 to 5, we're going to be doing an in-person free DIY bug spray. So come on up if you want to make some bug spray. It's a fun, simple, quick project. So we'd love to have you come up, check out the space, make some with your hands. And then from 6 to 7, we're going to be doing some aluminum sand casting. We're making some little 2-inch coins. We'll be showing that a little bit more in a little bit. So hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of roughly what we have here in the space and gives you a little bit of taste, and encourage you to come up. We'd love to show you what we have in person. Okay, thanks. Talk to you soon.